You do. You know, you have a wiggle tail. Yes, you do. You have a wiggle tail. Soon. Soon as it'll happen. Are you gonna sit with me? I gotta go turn off the thingy. Oh, that smells so good. Nonsense. Start writing things. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, dude. I love you too. Yes, I do. Little boy here. Okay. We can do this. Video stream. Hey Google, stop alarm. Hey Google, set alarm for 30 minutes from now.
6:30 p.m. Set.
So, actually, I should set this to chatting, right? Chat versus hi. Um, so I am eating this pork roast. It smells amazing. I'm slow cooking it on the stove, but I have to turn it every 30 minutes. Just turned it. I had to turn it again. I am so hungry because I forgot to eat today. But this is going to be worth it. It smells so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. Concentrate. We're going to concentrate here and get some writing done. Let's take a look at where I'm at with stuff. So I have this little fence created because I found some things on my desktop, some stuff I'm going to have to revisit at some point. But that point is not today, probably. But we're here in my little world doing little things. Kind of got some stuff going here, but I think I'm gonna eventually redo the world codex. Which kind of sucks is like have all this. Why not just do a thing where I can just click a button and I know it's possible. So it's just a little bit annoying, but that's okay. Yeah. So I think I got everything filled out for Himalaya. Himalaya. At least as far as I'm willing to. Ignas. Yeah, that's right. Go with Sidre. So we need to move on. I think I have everything here and I've seen. Okay. It's interest, all of those things. I'm like just having this kind of set up as a backup. But I am gonna, can I don't think so. I think I have to organize these that way, so we're gonna do that. 1.0. This will, I guess, will help me keep track where I'm at. And we'll give home Himalaya 2.0. There we go. Yeah, that works. So what to do next? Let's do the firing. Firing's fun. Let's see, I have Vantaris. I'm actually gonna take this one I haven't done yet. I need to do that. Let's export this image. And we're gonna just do that. Boop. And yeah, this is Inkarnate. Let's get this in the right folder. And I think I'm going to make a maps folder. What I like about Obsidian is you can do it both ways. So, folder this. I know there's a new folder button up there, but I still haven't gotten used to the new icons. Maps. I'm going to just get all these in there. I need to stay organized, right? Right? That's what I'm trying to do, is stay organized so I don't lose that sense. Still trying to work out a lot of things in my head and what I'm doing, and that's been kind of tough. So it's okay. It is okay. All right. So then that way up here, I can come to images. Script these. It does this weird group thing now, which is cool. Also not what I need. Go to maps. I thought I hit images. Go to images. Okay. Base map. Yeah. So get Taurus. So I guess it's better to have this rather than nothing right now. Articles. And I need to look and see what we got here because I've created so many articles too, which is cool. I like that part of this, definitely. So let's edit you. In design. Go. And we'll save changes. And articles. And we need to do the Inkarnate Empire. Design. And Taurus. And save changes. So now, just like Amalia, when we come here and go to Taurus, it should look just as cool. So yeah, they have a pretty wide river system coming through here. You know, it looks smaller on the map than I initially thought about, but I need, like I said, I need to mark things on this map here. There's an island missing, I just noticed. Oh, okay, that's great. We'll fix that later. But it's fun because I kind of think of, I've created the places in Ventarus based on where the children of the Emperor live. So they're married to various duchies and basically little mini kingdoms within Ventarus. And he's had so many children. Like, it's kind of like that Queen Victoria kind of mode where everybody's going to be related to everybody else in this country as far as a ruling family goes. And I know what happens at each of these locations, and it's just, gosh, I can't wait. I want to share these stories with people. I want them to like. I don't know. We'll see. Right. Okay. I am. I've got that done. So where we're at, just I really like the site and how it all ended up, honestly. But we got to think about all the things. So. Oh, hold on. The dogs are going to get crazy. I'm going to mute just. Sorry about that. They are crazy. Crazy dogs. Yes, you're a crazy dog. You are. I know. There's some dogs barking. It sounds really close, so somebody might be walking their dog. There might be a couple people. Oh, it's okay. I know. Stay with the dog. Sorry. Okay. Now I can think. Okay. So let's look what we got here. I'm gonna close some things because I just don't need them open. I joined a critique circle and I haven't started yet, but I need to start sit down and like critique some works. I just miss talking about writing with people. I don't think that their board is too. I don't know. That's the other thing. Like, I don't know. It's just not the same as it was years ago. You could just go to a place and talk with people. It seems like it's really fragmented now. But that's okay. We're gonna write. Let's get into the right place. Back to countries. We're gonna do the Fire Island. So let's switch maps. Edit this one so it's okay. Um, load the world map. And I am going to size new map from region. It's going to be right here. Confirm. I really like this feature. This is handy. It used to be that it was so big and you could just zoom in, and it's not so good at that anymore. I noticed, but this part I like. Oh, okay. Well, this is gonna be the Fire Island from now. You can see it's kind of ringed by these volcanoes. It's also very shallow in here, so the water is hot. Um, really hot. There's enough space and volume that it just comes off as warm, but there's no edible creatures that live in this area. But that hasn't stopped a very secluded village from thriving here for thousands of years. And yeah, well, there's a whole section of story that I've written on this, and it's one of my favorites. But honestly, submitting it, it actually started as a novella, and submitting it, I was just told it was boring. Maybe it is. It's about sacrifice and magic and religion and believing in different things, whether you want to or not, and where do you make those cuts. And it's basically the origin story of two heroes that I've created for the larger narrative, um, who are brought together for their love of this person, um, that neither of them intended to have. So, but I was told that it was not boring, and that it was boring, or that it took too long, and so I tried to shorten it up and tried to really edit it down, and I got it into a short story format that I actually liked. Um, but then the opposite was true. It's just like it's too quick. I don't know what like. I gotta figure out how to strike that balance, and people are quick to not understand or just suspend disbelief. Um, so I had some elements of fermenting and preserving fish that I researched, and I was like, oh, that's too unbelievable. It's too unbelievable. You can't. Nobody would do that. And you're like, well, yeah. Where do you think? What are you thinking? Of course, people do that. And then, yeah, just a ton of things, and it's really interesting questions people ask. Why don't they just kill their way out of the situation? Well, I mean, does everything have to be kill your way out of the situation? Have we just gotten to that point where that's the only viable option for anything we think about sometimes in any story? Anyway, we are going to make sure to save this. This is firing. No, no, I can see her talking about my story all the time, about the stories that I've written in this. And this is one of the ones that I really need to go through and like mine at some of the world elements that I put in there, because I didn't really save them anywhere else. I think I started to, but let's see here. Export as image, save image. There we go. That. And you. Put you there. All right. Got a process. So let's do a new, let's make sure we're in the right folder. Add an article. And we need to start with a settlement. But the Ring of Fire isn't a settlement. Oh, shoot. Figure this out. Let's see what we did. I called it Fire Ring. We're going to change this to Ring of Fire. I'm not really sure why I called it Fire Ring. And 3.0. I might rearrange that later, but that's okay. Let's get rid of some of this code. Again, don't need this. Okay, yeah. Not a settlement. What templates can we use? Building landmark? Not really. Ooh, geography. Geography. That, Ring of Fire. And now that I'm sitting there doing this, I'm actually going to edit this because, oops, I want to undo. Here we go. Banners. Text. Text. Unlock. Not lock. I just forget how this works. Oh, there it is. It's on the side. That's why I can't. Nope. Nope. I want this one. Is it not going to let me edit this now? It did before. There it is. Edit. There we go. Fire. All right. I'll save. Show me the image. Replace file. I'm so getting used to things on Windows 11. It does some weird stuff. Like, I can't get Teams to open on a link. It makes me go to Edge, which is fine. Which works the same, but it's kind of odd because I have Teams installed. And I have a subscription, actually. Anyway. Still getting used to things that Windows 11 does, but I do like it. So there's that. Okay. Let's... Back here we can do this. Open a new tab. This one uploaded. There we go. Okay. So, geography. Represents a set of volcanoes and two seas. So, islands are surrounded by these. Most prominent is the island of the Idaho, which is, yeah. It's not true, actually. I'm not sure why I wrote this, because I never thought of it that way. I think I might have. That requires, one using set into this ring. Village of the Idaho. Okay, so that's Idaho. All right. So I think that's good. So, what have I seeded with my players? Oh, it doesn't matter, right? I don't care. Public, island, volcano, equal. Okay, let's edit this. Design, ring. See, what do they give us here? Content. Parent location. I guess it can be its own parent location. That's interesting. That's kind of a loop. Ruler, owner, none. Owning rank, owning organization, none. This tropical. I mean, you gotta think of like all these like details. You don't like you know them in your head. You see them, and you don't think to write them down. And that's where you get, right? Hi. Can I help you? Hey, come on. There's gotta. Oh, he's been very, very, very prominent today. Attacked me on another video call. Oh gosh, you guys. Okay. I know you want to look that way, but I'm gonna turn the chair now. Okay. So yeah, so you see all this stuff in your head when you're writing it down, and then later, if that changes, you can't. It's hard to be consistent, right? Like I think was it Piers Anthony that at some point he realized that he'd been writing the mountain on a different side of a river than it had been in previous stories, and so he had to go back and write a story about how this mountain got moved. Which he could do that, you know. Xanth is kind of a place of just any kind of magic, which it just gets crazy. Right? I think like I think it's why am I blanking the name of the author who wrote the stories for and from Forgotten Realms. He used to say if he couldn't remember something, he'd go like ask questions in forums talking about it, and somebody would tell him. He couldn't remember a detail. Somebody would tell him. I think it was him. But yeah, I just kind of love that there's you have all this stuff in your head, and it's so difficult sometimes to remember to get it out. This tropical jungle covered island. Nearly. So, and I think at some point, like I flipped these, like they were in my head where the island was flipped and the volcanoes are on the other side. But this is what it is now. It doesn't really matter. It's really surrounded by active volcanoes. By active, they're not exploding, but there is a lava flow. There is smoke, and ash, and it's not always the most pleasant of situations, but this is a fairly decent short life. It's a shallow, warm water bay, which does not contain animal life. Water sources are found on the island. Tourism. There's a lot of interesting things to fill out here, but they don't necessarily matter to them. This is kind of what you need to know. So we're going to stick with that. Save changes. Sections. We're going to put the TOC here. And change that to done. Change that to publish. Save changes. This is where I have to make a decision, right? Like, doing mindset now, or let's get down what I have. Okay, here's my plan. I'm gonna get down what I have, and then I'll come back and start writing stories. So, and then also I can use that to move the stories and get the information in. So let's go to the world viewer. Atlas. I do love this is like live. I should bring a fire. I wonder if I can make that smaller. I connect this though? Like, let's go look at the content. Parent location, ruler, owner, additional link, owning organization. Because it's not a whole country, so I wonder if I can get away with. Hey Google, stop timer. Okay, I do have to go switch something, so I will be right back. I just gotta flip. Oh goodness, I know. Hey Google, set an alarm for 30 minutes from now.
You got it. Your alarm's set for 7:01 p.m.
Yes, it is. Okay, girl, you gotta let me sit back in the chair. He's like, no, you took it up. This is what happens. Back to the independent desktop. All right. Okay. So yeah, I think I can get away without doing a whole settlement. Though a settlement makes sense. But the other. Now I need to check out some things. Open a new tab. Can I get away with just making an organization? Let's see here. Oh, I think I can. Leader. Culture, agenda, history. So I wish you could just make it like. Geopolitical settlement. See, you can do a settlement here. Yeah, because they have the religious. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do an organization. Running organization. Village of the. Nice. All right. So we're gonna save that. And take a look. Oh, I got a ding. Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. I answer this. Sorry, someone. Okay. Uh, huh. Yes, I just did it like itself. That's interesting. Here's the village of the Idaho, which, that's what I'm going to put here. That'll be okay. But alright, we got this one. Sorry, it's kind of bad news. So now I'm kind of. I'm just gonna. There's anything I can do at the moment, so. Alright. So let's go into Village of the Idaho and see what we can put there. They don't have any exports, imports, woods, fish. They're a fishing culture. So the Idaho are this culture, very situated Asian-like culture. I didn't. They're not. I kind of took pieces from different cultures and made this own kind of Asian-like culture. But they have this very strict religion where they believe that the Ring of Fire is actually controlled by the Fire King, and it protects them. And they live inside the Ring of Fire. Their fishermen have to leave for weeks at a time and able to get far enough out to where fish are viable, or edible fish anyway, are viable. I say edible fish because like you get like weird organisms and stuff. Sea monkeys, sea monkeys live in weird stuff like Salt Lake, like the Great Salt Lake. Uh, you get enough weirdness um, that getting something large enough and edible enough is not usually what's going to happen. So they have to go pretty far out in order to fish. There are monsters on the island, but which keep them from going further. The jungle is very dense, um, so they're kind of in their little village, and that's worked out for them. They have a um, they have a temple to this fire king, which they look for a child that is very different. So the Iho believe that they are of see if I can remember this. That if they're of earth and water. No, they're of earth and fire. The Iho are made of earth, and they are fired by their. That's kind of their like creation story. Um, so they're looking for a child of water to be born, and when this happens, it has to do with a woman being particularly wanton, and they believe some very horrible kind of rituals around this and how that kind of child should be treated. And then when a child reaches a certain age, they sacrifice it to the Fire King. They call it a marriage to the Fire King to appease the Fire King, but it's been almost 100 years since the last time this has happened, and there are some doubts over where whether or not this is a true thing. So and so people begin to kind of question their religion. They begin to question their isolation, and yeah, that's where we get. these stories. But okay, so let's look at this. Single town society. Let's see what we got here. Type. Broadcasting. Oops. I think we can do geopolitical settlement. That's what I was thinking. Let me see what other choices are. Government. Illicit. Guild. Military open. Secret occult. Brotherhood. Social group. Now we're gonna go geopolitical. Council. Oh no, that was state settlement. Yeah, we're gonna go with settlement. I think we'll do village, but not the village council. The religious leader is really the head of the village as well. There's a village head. Um, there's a village head, but everything is deferred to this religion. That's kind of thing. Like the religious leader, though, doesn't have a lot of power outside of when these events happen. So they definitely have some, and so there's as people start to question it and pull away, it becomes, this kind of crisis of identity for this religious leader as well. As they try to see, like, her family has um, maintained the temple for centuries, and they know that it's true, and this is where all their power and wealth are wrapped up in, and anything could take that away. So it's I think I need to do a family tree on that. Think about it. But anyway, so let's see. What am I putting here? Let's see. So let's see. I believe all this is still true. Iowa culture is informed by their livelihood. They make modestly on the shores of the cove inside of the Ring of Fire. They have a small gardens, gather wood for building paper, making in the jungle. Fish do not live close to the island, and the island has no larger animals. Animals that are fit for consumption. Fishermen must leave the island for months at a time to reach fishable waters. The entire village sees the fishermen off. When they return, there's a great festival. The fish is cooked and prepared for curing. Children are careful of the communal nature. They learn to swim early in the waters of the cove, and they are apprenticed to trade in boat building, paper making, tool making, fishing, gathering, or to the Temple of the Union. And the Temple of the Union is that temple that I was talking about. The temple passes down through one family. They record the history of the village, preach the word of the Fire King, and are charged with blessing the boats and the buildings. And when a Manali, so that's the child, is born, they are charged with Manali's care and the ritual of the union. The temple family is considered the leaders of the village. Travel is discouraged. The temple keeps the jungle is not safe, though the Iho don't have a clear reason why. And it's why only that something attacks villagers in the jungle, and it's not a the village situation like a Night Shyamalan or even like a Lost situation. It's there is something that attacks, and even when they go out in big groups, they have to only stay a certain amount of time. Um, and while they are able to expand if they clear back the trees um, and uh, and such as it is, they haven't expanded greatly. They never have a ton of children. Um, what happens tends to I don't know. It's hard. How do I explain that? Right? Like, it is a real threat that I have in my mind. It is a real threat. It's not a perceived threat. Bad things happen in the jungle. The temple keeps careful family records for marriage. The fisher mission will bring goods and visit other islands for trade. The villagers just almost never leave, but visit other islands for trade. But oh no, those in the village almost never leave. Fishermen are very secretive about their off Island excursions. Do not regularly bring back anything other instead using Island goods to pay for drink and entertainment. Okay, so that gives me that. No, no. The IHO are just called IHO. Dates don't work in the same way. Everything is in epochs of the Manali. So if we say like since so in the story begins the 80th Manali, so it'll be in the time of like the 70th Manali or the and all of those things. Leader will create a new article and link it, and that would be Gabo. Link. I'll have to create a title, parent organization. That's going to be Ring of Fire. Or do you ever not parent organization, but geographic location? Structure. So I think I have. Oh, I forgot. See, like, this is the thing, like, you want to put something here. Let's move this down. We'll put this in our culture. Sure. And then we will. I know I'm getting like one thing here. I need to sit down and find more time. Because I see that our time is starting to go short. But that's okay. The IHO. We are an isolated situated on northern hemisphere islands surrounded by volcanoes. Okay. Anyway, so that could be that. History, I don't think I have in here. That's one of the things I need to. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. So let's look at geopolitical. Capital, we don't need to worry about. Head of state, government, currency, legislative body, judicial, executive, demographic, foreign relations. Yeah, they don't have that. Temple of Union. Create an article, link it. Temple of Union. Nice. They do have that. I put bananas in there, and I know bananas are it's a thing. Maybe I can use a different fruit. But honestly, I don't care. Bananas. I can have magical bananas, right? Don't. I know. There's a banana. Don't. Structure. They don't really have access. So this is like one of the few cultures that doesn't really have access to technology. So I'll leave it there. And then religious deities. Fire King. I don't think I have any of that in there. So economy, I need to figure out where to put it. And I think other settlements need to go. I think on the other page. So let's see, because this is all I have at the moment. Agricultural and industry is where we're at with this. Let's see. I can think. It's very hard. Space. Yeah, that was one of the things I was going to look for, and I forgot. Let me do that really quick. Is there a markdown to BB code? Oh, just use markdown. Why? Okay. That all looks good. Let's make sure this is see changes. Let's go see how it looks. All right. Let's see, ring of fire. I just forget which one I'm hitting on. Okay, so I did that. Other settlements. There was a rumor. I'm sure we should confirm this. Hint, this might be where they're going. Too dangerous to travel through the jungle. Alright, save changes. Okay, let's get this put in there. So we're going to do the ring of fire first. I wonder if I can edit this. I probably can. But we won't worry about that right now. Let's just get you guys here. The hell? To down there. And so no. Nope. There we go. Ranking save to my satisfaction. Cool. So that was actually something I was going to look for. Is there a BB code to mark down convert? Okay, it's not perfect, but that's cool. We're gonna come back. Barrel converter. I think this is better converter. Let's see, is this site full of ads? I know. It is. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Alright, we're gonna try some of these, because that might help me mark down VB code. Alright. Because what do we got next? I think the next thing is going to be the Island of Frost. Let's just try this out really quick. Nope. It didn't catch. Ah. Let's try, I think we need to actually say the right words. Mark down to BB code. Converter. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I like this. Place your mark down. I don't want a table. Oh, this is just a table converter. That looked very pretty, but it's a liquor table. It's just a thing. Oh well, I'll have to do some more searches on that. Well, okay. So I talked a lot more about the Ring of Fire today and all of of its funness and the Village of the Iho, which, yeah. And then we're going to talk about its opposite next week, the Isle of Frost, hopefully. That's my goal. So, um, but yeah, the Isle of Frost is very different, very much a part of the world, but it has a lot of its own issues. It's also way bigger. So, um, just some cool things. Let me go to the homepage. So, if you come here, I'm going to link on there. You can see, watch this. You can actually watch this podcast right from this page because this podcast, but this Twitch stream right from this page because I have it embedded there and I thought that was cool. Just wanted to show you that. I also have my Twitter feed. I'm on Instagram. Also, you can follow me on YouTube and watch me there. I'd really appreciate that. I also have a lot more painting and pagan type things with tarot and stuff like that on there. And then, of course, tomorrow we return to the No Man's Sky Twitch stream, which I'm excited to play some more. So that's my alarm telling me my food is done. So we're going to come back here. I really appreciate anyone who comes watch this, and thank you all so much.